As I mentioned, we've got the company making this bid to raise 5.5 billion shillings through the issuance of 650 million new shares at 9 shillings per share. What response have you received from the investment community so far?
So far, we've had a lot of roadshows, and the feedback has been very positive. We've also held a number of town halls in various towns in Nairobi, in Kenya. And also that has been very, very positive.
Take us through the offering allocation specifically here in terms of who's actually getting to participate and to what extent. So, for example, the kind of allotment that's provided for East African retail investors compared with foreign investors and relative to the institutional side.
All right. The East Africa retail investors will have 30% allocation. The QIIs, qualified institutional investors, will get 37%. The foreign investors will get 30%. And we've also allocated 3% to staff and policy holders. And then 30% is to East African retail.
So with that kind of allotment and the kind of response you've received, as you highlighted from the road shows, are you confident that your targets are going to be met, that 5.5 billion Kenyan shillings will be raised?
I'm very confident. In fact, I think we are probably going for an oversubscription. There has been a lot of interest in the retail. In fact, the question that is being asked is whether the 30% is going to be so oversubscribed. I'm very confident that we are going to meet our target of 5.85 billion shillings.
Let's take a look at what exactly the capital is going to be used for here, because focus for the company extends beyond just Kenya's borders into the regional markets, right?
Yes. So the capital is going to be used in this manner. 1 billion shillings is allocated to the regional market expansion. We're already in Uganda. We've been there since November last year. We're going to go to Tanzania. We are also going to go to Southern Sudan and to Rwanda. For that, we've allocated 1 billion shillings. We also want to expand our business in the local market, the Kenyan market. And we've allocated 1.28 billion shillings for that. So that will be involved going to the counties. And we've targeted going to 18 counties by 2014.
Gladys, in a bid to cater to what demand exactly? Because while the scope for growth is immense, you know, given the low penetration levels on the continent when it comes to insurance, the challenge is actually breaking in and getting the African consumer to understand its relevance. So how are you putting forward this value proposition?
Yes, the penetration of insurance is very low at 2.8%. For the local expansion that I talked about, the intention is actually to also improve access to insurance, to make sure that it's not too expensive for the local consumers. And how we are going to do that is use technology to make sure that we can distribute innovative products that are suited for that market, but at a very reasonable price.
Just taking a look at things, I mean, we've had Prime Minister Raila Odinga, you know, at the opening of the IPO this morning, reiterating that government will play a role to liaise with the insurance industry to increase financial literacy in the country. How do you see that partnership working, and what role do you see government playing in this regard?
The government has a big role. For example, the Insurance Act that is work in progress is actually an area where the government can help in the sense of, you know, ensuring that insurance is made attractive to the people of Kenya. We talked about, you know, the taxation of insurance companies and how attractive that is, so that then it's an attractive industry. And then education as well in collaboration with IRA. That will be very helpful, and we'll work together as with the industry to make sure that even the private players are a part of this development.
Of course, a lot of reliance will be placed on your distribution strengths itself, in particular your sales force. So what muscle are we looking at there, and what scope of growth?
We currently have 1,000 financial advisors who distribute all the products of the British American Group. And we are looking at growing those. I talked about going to 18 new branches. Of course, that will mean getting even more financial advisors. And those are the footprints to reaching the people in the various areas. That's how we intend to play our part in reaching the bigger market.
Gladys, while you've got these regional aspirations, you know, we had Prime Minister Raila Odinga again highlighting today that this signals a mark of confidence in the country specifically as an investment destination, in Kenya specifically. What's your view on Kenya as an investment destination right now?
Kenya is very attractive, and I believe it's very positioned to be the financial hub for East Africa. So while we look at the East African region as a whole, the Kenyan market is quite attractive to us, and that's where our biggest part of the business is. So our outlook for the Kenyan market is very positive. We believe that the economy is going to continue to perform well. But we also look at the other markets, and if you look at their growth in GDP, that has also been great. So the growth of the East African community is going to be great, and we are very positive about it.